bring it back, bring it up.
All right, so we are live from the Stu Peters Network headquarters, where we have been contacted by Kandiss Taylor earlier today. She's in the green room right now, but this is regarding Brad Raffensperger. A lot of people may remember Brad Raffensperger from Georgia. He was part of the big scandal around the 2020 election. He was the Secretary of State. The Secretary of State's job, obviously, is to oversee elections and the election integrity process. And I don't know a whole lot about it, which is actually why we're joined now by Kandiss Taylor. Kandiss, thank you so much for being here. We certainly appreciate it. You posted on Twitter, you tagged us, you said that there's been an arrest warrant sought at the current time. Right now, this is breaking. I know nothing about this. For Brad Raffensperger, the Secretary of State, what can you tell us? What can you tell us about this?
So there was a story dropped by Mark Davis. He is a huge election integrity researcher, expert. He served, as expert witness on many cases. He is from Gwinnett County, and he did a Substack today, and he'd actually told me about it yesterday, and it's going to break out, and it's going to begin the Federalist, and they're editing it, going through legal review at this point. But this case is one that we haven't heard about at all. And there is going to be a hearing within the next few weeks. It's supposed to be before November 5th election. And at that hearing, arrest warrants could be issued. And based on the legal counsel that Mark Davis has received, that it's totally probable that that's going to happen, because the case has no reason except that Brad Raffensperger broke the law multiple times. And so if I can explain to you what happened, is that when the emergency order was issued for COVID back in March of 2020 by Governor Kent, Brad Raffensperger was the chairman of the state election board in Georgia. Well, he took liberty of himself to override Georgia code, which said for almost 100 years, we would not open absentee ballots early. We would open them on election day. They would remain sealed. Well, he took the liberty to override Georgia code with an election rule, which you cannot do. And he made it where they could open the ballots 3 weeks early. And we had 4 election cycles that he did that in, 159 counties, and it was done illegally. And so they opened election results early. They scanned the ballots early. And a guy from Cherokee County went and filed a lawsuit, and it was kind of dismissed, but in the lawsuit, there was a finding from the judge that there was actually a law broken. Then he went to the magistrate court, Cherokee County, and that judge said it was out of his jurisdiction. So at that point, he retained a criminal defense attorney by the name of Catherine Bernard, and she also lives around the Atlanta area. And she filed in Superior Court that they needed to rule on this, that he had broken the law. He did not have the right to do this. But what's interesting, Stu, is in Georgia in 2021, we had Senate Bill 202 that was supposed to fix problems. And the 2 things that it did is it allowed us to open ballots early, absentee ballots early, which had not been done in 97 years. And it also removed Brad Raffensperger from being the chairman of the state election board. So it seems like our Georgia legislators in Senate Bill 202 kind of protected the Secretary of State on crimes he had committed before.